Hey again, it's Christina from Sunshine and Flora. So I am out here today in the garden planting what is probably my very last planting of 2023. I honestly can't believe it. It's December 7th and I don't think I've planted anything this late before. We're having a real warm stretch of weather. It's 60 degrees today, so it is so nice to be out here. But I have 300 daffodil bulbs that I still need to get in the ground. I knew I had at least 200, but going through the papers, I have 300. But that's okay. It shouldn't take me too long to get these planted. But first, I wanted to share with you what varieties I'm planting new for this year. And then I'll take you out and show you where I'm planting these and then how I plant them. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I already grow daffodils out in the garden. I think I planted them 2 years ago. These bloom before my tulips. So this is usually the first flower that I get for the cut flower season that is out in the garden. Of course, I'll have the hoop house this year, so we'll see if anything else is earlier, but in years past, daffodils have been the first thing. So new to the garden this year, I first have an order from Leo Burby. So I have 100 of the Replete, and I think that this is one I already have in the garden. It's a really common one for cut flowers. And then I have 50 of Acropolis, which is an all white one with just a little bit of peachy orange in the center. And I know this one is new to me. And then from Jake, who runs the Facebook groups Wholesale for the Small Scale Grower, I have 3 different mixes. And this is the order that I forgot that I ordered. You know, I go into his group sometimes and comment, and then I don't remember that I ordered something till it shows up at my doorstep. But I have 3 mixes. I have a butterfly daffodil mix, a double daffodil mix, and then one that is called peachy pink. So all of those should be in the peaches and pinks and maybe some oranges. So that sounds really fun. So anyway, that totals the 300 daffodils that I need to plant. I have all of my bulbs right here. I'm going to go ahead and get these carried out to the bed where these are going, which is the same one where I currently have my daffodil bulbs planted. And then I'll show you how I put these in the ground. I also have some peony roots that I still need to get in the ground. And so if I get to that today, you will see that in this video too. All right, so this is the bed where my daffodils are currently planted. This is also where my pumpkins were at this year, but this particular raised bed is 96 feet long. It goes all the way down there to the alley. And within this bed, the daffodils are only planted in the front half. So kind of this front half of the bed, this is empty. So my plan is just to go along the edge here and pop the bulbs in towards the back half of the bed. So I just kneeled down to get started planting, and there are daffodils coming up. That is crazy. It must be because it has been so warm and they are tricked into thinking it's time for them to come up. It is not. They are literally coming up. I'm going to try not to move the camera so fast. There, you guys can probably see those. See those little green spots? There's one here, there's 2 here, there's some over here. Those are all daffodils coming up. That is so crazy. So even though there are daffodils coming up, it's not going to hurt them. It's not going to kill them because it's December and they aren't supposed to come up until March or April. I just think it's really funny, and they are everywhere. So they're probably all the way the length of this bed. But what this does is it helps me to see exactly where my daffodils are planted. So they are planted from about the middle frontward, so I can clearly see where they are. So it'll actually make it easy for me to dig the holes and put the bulbs in today. Right on the box here, it tells me, this is Acropolis, by the way. This particular variety gets about 16 inches tall, which is really good for cut flowers. It says it flowers mid-spring. Daffodils also flower at different times, just like tulips. There's early and later ones. And then it says you want to plant the bulbs 6 inches deep and 6 inches apart. And I pretty much go by this with the spacing 6 inches apart, because daffodils, more so than tulips, will naturalize and they will multiply and really spread underground. You actually should dig up your daffodils about every 4 years and separate them and kind of spread them around. So I'm going to be following these directions about 6 inches deep and 6 inches apart. And just to kind of make it go faster, I'm kind of hoping that I can just take my trowel make a hole, stick the bulb in, cover it. When I originally planted these, I dug a whole trench just like I did when I planted tulips, but I kind of want to try and do it really fast today just to get it done. So, oh my gosh, this soil is so loose. That's going to be perfect. That's the way I'm going to do it. And I just gave myself a sliver. Ouch. Now, when you plant also your daffodil bulbs, like you can see this one already has a little side guy, so I will leave him on. But most daffodil bulbs, it's just a single bulb, so the point obviously goes up and then the roots go down. You plant it just like a tulip bulb. And I'm going to kind of do, oops, there's one right there. I'm going to do a couple rows. I think I'm going to stagger them. All right, you guys, so most of my bulbs are planted in the ground. I ended up getting about 225 in this bed, and I want to walk you down to the end here quick. So this area actually was a little bit low with the soil level, so I ended up bringing in some nice topsoil to top this off. Gosh, that always makes a big difference how it looks. But the whole bed now is completely full of daffodils. Again, this is about 3 to 4 feet wide in spots and 96 feet long. So that will just be absolutely beautiful in the spring. Then once the daffodils die back, my pumpkins will get planted there. And then this is what I have left. This is what I need to find a spot for. There is 50 in one bag of a mixed variety and maybe like 10 in this other bag. So I have about 60 daffodils I need to find a home for, but that will have to be tomorrow. So I feel really good about almost getting that entire project done. I did not get to planting my peony roots today, so that will have to wait for tomorrow. I have a couple other appointments that I have to take care of inside the studio, but felt really good to get those daffodils in. So anyway, I'm just going to keep plugging away. I'll keep you updated in other videos. And of course, with the building, I think we're finally going to get started on renovations after the first of the year. So I'll make sure to keep you guys posted on that. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for a lot more. We'll see you soon.